Hi friends, now I am going to show the outputs of hardware TinyMLX library in Arduino. This code is taught by Professor Vijay Reddy in TinyML codes in EDX. Okay, let's see outputs. It can detect 0 to 9 all numerics. Okay, let us see. 1 score in brackets 108. 6 score in brackets 41. 7 score in brackets minus 51. 4 score in brackets 36.
Hi friends, up to now you see the Magic Wand application outputs. Now I am going to show how it is possible using this PPT.
Contents: first one, introduction to Magic Wand application. Second one, hardware components in project. Then Magic Wand application flow diagram. Then fourth one, Arduino C++ code in brief. And fifth one, Colab Python code in brief. And then references. Okay.
In this presentation I am going to discuss gesture recognition using IMU sensor. Previously I did work on it, but this time I come with TinyML concept where I used Arduino Nano BLE33 Sense development board. For this project, a good open source available, that is TinyML book by Pete Warden, and a nice courses available in EDX online platform by Vijay Reddy Hardware Dex. Okay, the IMU sensor based TinyML project is known as Magic Wand.
Yeah, this is Magic Wand application. In this, Pete Warden is showing 3 gestures: wing, ring, and slope in a YouTube video. Okay, this is old version of Magic Wand application. In TinyML book, Pete Warden explained Magic Wand application with 4 gestures. 3 are shown gesture in above slide, and 1 is no gesture. But the updated version of this Magic Wand is shown in EDX online course deploying TinyML by Professor Vijay Reddy. In this course, he showed up to 10 gestures, all numerics from 0 to 9. Okay, by rasterizing stroke image concept. This rasterizing stroke image has 3 colors: red, green, blue. In the image I have shown in the rightmost of the slide. In these 3 colors, red color indicates to detect starting point of the stroke, and blue color indicate ending point of the stroke. In this presentation, we are going to see Professor Vijay Reddy Magic Wand application code in hardware TinyMLX examples library in Arduino IDE. It can detect up to 10 gestures. This is my Magic Wand. I attached Arduino BLE33 Sense to a pipe. This LSM9DS1 IMU sensor is inbuilt on Arduino Nano BLE33 Sense in the orange color rounding. Okay, now we are going to see Magic Wand application flow diagram. In this flow diagram, we can see initialization, then main loop. In main loop, other code components are there, that are IMU provider, rasterize stroke, TensorFlow Lite micro interpreter, print gesture. Okay, let's assume a situation like that. You did one numerical gesture with our Magic Wand, then that gesture is converted into rasterized image as explained in above slide. Then the rasterized image inputs, height, width, and channels are given
to our model as inputs. Our model has been created in Colab, where we already trained that model with our data sets. So with given inputs, the model can predict what is the label of that gesture with the score, as you see in starting of the video. Okay, we are going to discuss Arduino C++ code in brief. As like any Arduino new file, magic wind tab consisting of one void setup function and one void loop function. Before void setup include all infrastructure from TensorFlow Lite Micro, and in namespace declare various objects with unique names. Then in void setup function we do all the initialization explained in the next slides. Okay, after that in void loop function, as shown in the flow diagram, we call the functions from other components like IMU provider, rasterized stroke. Okay, in screenshot 8.1 we showed Arduino tabs bar has shown there are 6 tabs, so that all components we are in flow diagram are written in these tabs. Okay, in flow diagram we saw initialization component. This initialization component mainly consisting of 2 segments known as IMU initialization and allocate model, and then allocate model also consisting of other sub segments of code. There are declare variables, load model, resolve operator, initialization interpreter, allocate arena, define model inputs, define model outputs. Let us see one by one in brief. Okay, now we are going to see IMU initialization. IMU initialization is done by setup IMU subroutine, as shown in screenshot 10.1. Void setup consisting of setup IMU subroutine function call from IMU underscore provider.h tab in Arduino IDE. In setup IMU subroutine, we have device specific library functions like IMU.acceleration sample rate, IMU.gyroscope sample rate. All these functions are used to read and process the gyroscope and accelerometer sensor data. Okay, now we are going to see allocate model. In that first code segment is declare variables. Okay, as shown in the screenshot 11.1, namespace is consisting of actual variables like restore width, height, channel, etc., and that are used for magic wand application. Okay, then as shown in screenshot 11.2, we have to provide k tensor arena size, that refers to the memory size to use for input, output and intermediate arrays of our CNN model. It can be determined by experimentation only. Okay, then as shown screenshot number 11.3, we are declaring TF Lite micro interpreter, and there is a error reporter. Okay, in last line of the screenshot there is model pointer, which actually holds the flat buffer model. In that we have to load magic wand application model. Okay, next we have to give ordering of labels, as shown in the screenshot 12.1. The labels
ordering is taken from Colab file after doing pre-processing of data set. Okay. Load model. Okay. In Colab file, after generating TensorFlow Lite quantized model, we can convert it into C source file. Then we can copy and paste in Arduino IDE tab, namely magic underscore wine underscore model underscore data dot cpp has shown. Then has shown in screenshot 12.2 in void setup routine, we have get model function. Using this function we can call the CNN model which we copied C source file from Colab. Okay, this converting TensorFlow Lite quantized model into C source file is explained in last slide of Colab Python code in brief. Okay, now we are going to see all-ops resolver. As shown in screenshot 13.1, we have 4 ops in Magic Wand application, namely conv2d, add main, add fully connect and softmax. These 4 operators we are used in defining our Magic Wand CNN model in Colab file. If you don't know which ops are used in our model, then we can use all ops resolver, but it took more memory space than selective one. Okay, then we have initialization of interpreter. As shown in the screenshot 14.1, initialization of interpreter requires to pass a multiple variables like model, micro ops resolver, tensor arena, k tensor arena size, error reporter, where each variable is used to know the requirements of interpreter, like what are the ops, where the tensor arena is and how big it is, like that and more. Okay, this line of code is responsible to start using interpreter. Okay, then we have allocate arena. As shown in the screenshot 14.2, allocate arena consists of one line and it refers to using the tensor arena space. Okay, then we have define model inputs. As shown in the screenshot number 15.1, we are giving inputs to CNN model in 4 dimensions. Then the model inputs are resize height, resize width, resize channel, and the data type is KDF Lite int 8. Okay, then we have define model outputs. As shown in the screenshot 15.2, we are outputs from CNN model in 2 dimensions, and model outputs are label count. The data type is KDF Lite int 8. Okay, in Magic Wand application, Arduino C++ code component, namely IMU provider, consisting of below functions. These functions are used to read and process the both gyroscope and accelerometer sensor data. These functions are estimate gravity detection, update velocity, estimate gyroscope drift, update orientation, update stroke. This in brackets the line numbers also given, the function line numbers. Okay, let us see each function in brief. Estimate gravity direction function is used to determine the orientation of the Arduino with respect to ground. Okay, then
update velocity function is used to calculate the velocity of the Arduino. Okay, then estimate gyroscope drift function is used to determine if the Arduino is stationary or moving, and it is also used to calculate the sensor drift of the gyroscope. Sensor drift is shown in left side of the figure. Okay, then update orientation. This function is used to determine the orientation of Arduino and to cancel out the drift. Okay, update stroke function is used to convert 3D physical movements to flat mapped 2D image. It is used to determine current gesture has ended if a new gesture has been started, like that. Also, it is also used to determine the roll orientation. Okay, then now we are going to see IMU underscore provider.h function calls in wide loop routine. As shown screenshot 19.1, above discussed important functions in IMU underscore provider.h tab Arduino IDE functions are having function calls in wide loop routine in Magic Wind tab. Okay, then finally all these IMU provider functions and IMU installation functions lead to read and process the both accelerometer and gyroscope sensor data. Okay, then we are going to see resize stroke function as shown in screenshot 22. Resize stroke function, which is written in resize stroke.cpp tab in Arduino IDE, is used through function call in wide loop. Okay, as we already discussed, this resize stroke function is used to convert the flat mapped 2D image into resized image, which are used as inputs to our CNN model. Next, in Colab Python code brief explanation also, we can see that the same code has like resize stroke.cpp tab in Arduino IDE. Okay, in Colab, after loading the data set, we have to do same as above because we are giving inputs as resized images in our CNN model. Okay, then we are going to see setup input buffer for invoke interbeta. To invoke the model, as always, we have to set up the input buffer as shown in the screenshot 21. Okay, then output print function. The model predicts the labels of the gestures and the labels is printed to the serial monitor with prediction score in brackets. Okay, the output print function is shown in screenshot 22. Okay, then up to now we are completed Arduino C++ code in brief. Then now we are going to see Colab Python code in brief. Okay, the Python code in Colab consists of code segments as below, that are: first, setup is there. In that setup we have import packages, load the dataset in .json file format, then pre-process the dataset. These three steps are there. Then define model is there, then train model is there, then test TF model is there, then generate a TF Lite model, then test TensorFlow Lite for micro model, then convert the TF Lite quantization model into C source file is there. Okay, now we are going to see setup. In setup, import package. Okay, has shown in screenshot 23.1, all required packages are import to Colab. After importing all
the packages, we have to set up the directory structure with Python code as shown in left side of the screenshot number 23.2. Create the directories like model, dataset, checkpoint. Okay, then the dataset directory, we have to create 3 more directories, namely train, validation and test. Okay, now we are going to see load the dataset in .json format. As shown in the screenshot number 24.1, we are loading the Pete's digits dataset. This dataset is going to detect 0 to 9 digits. For every digit required, one .json file. Okay, after loading the dataset in JSON files, we have to convert them as Python objects for code compatibility, as shown in the screenshot number 24.2. After that, we can visualize the gesture as stroke plot image shown in screenshot 24.3. Okay, now we are going to see pre-process dataset. To prepare the dataset for training, we did the pre-process. In this, we will convert the strokes into rasterize image. In real time, the strokes conversion to rasterize image is done by C++ code component, namely rasterize stroke.cpp tab in Arduino IDE. Okay, this we already discussed in slide number 20. Okay, now we are going to see pre-process the dataset. After converting strokes into rasterized images, then as shown in screenshot 26.1, take the dataset and shuffle it into the training, validation and test splits. After executing Python code cell shown in screenshot 26.2, we get the numerical ordering of the labels as the neural network will output its result in this order per predicted class. Okay, so in this order we have to enter labels in Arduino C++ code. This already we discussed in declare variables in Arduino C++ code in brief. Okay, then we are seeing next step in pre-processing dataset. As shown in screenshot 27.1, we will generate the dataset in Keras by using tf.keras.preprocessing image dataset from dictionary. Okay, and on the left side of the screenshot we can see the text directory. In that 0 to 9 numeric dictionaries are there. In every number of dictionary, that number rasterized images are there. Okay, we come to the next step, define model. As shown in the screenshot, the convolution neural network CNN model is defined with Keras layers. The next slide we can see CNN layer blocks. Okay, now we are seeing CNN model layer blocks. To view the model layer, execute the Python shell that is shown in the screenshot 29.1. Then we can view the CNN model layers blocks as shown in screenshot 29.2. Okay, now we are seeing train the model. As shown in the screenshot number 31, we can train the model with 30 epochs. After execution of this cell, the model is trained with 30 epochs as shown here. Epoch refers to the number of iterations the whole training data set run through our CNN model. Okay, then we have test TensorFlow model as shown in the screenshot. After training the model is done, then to test the model to get the correct percentage. Okay, in our case correct percentage is 99.9 percentage. It's showing, but in real time it's not that much accurate, definitely, but it is definitely better than normal traditional programming. Okay, now we are seeing generate a TensorFlow Lite model. After testing is done with CNN model, we have to generate the TF Lite model as shown in screenshot number 31.1. It is used to reduce the size of the model for less memory embedded devices. It shows that the model is 31,240 bytes only. Okay, compare the memory size TF Lite and TF Lite quantized models as shown in the screenshot number 31.2. After executing this cell, we got the comparison between memory size of TensorFlow and TensorFlow Lite and TensorFlow Lite quantized models. As shown, TF Lite quantized is less than the half of the size of TensorFlow model. Okay, so that the TinyML is more efficient. Okay, more power efficient, small in size and less in cost. That we are seeing test TF Lite quantized model as shown in screenshot. We are going to test the TF Lite quantized model. After executing this cell, we get correct percentage as 99.9 and known gestures has 1025 and unknown are 75. Okay, convert TF Lite quantized model into C source file. After testing is completed, we have to convert TF Lite quantized model into a C source file as shown in the screenshot number 32.2. Then that can be loaded on Arduino microcontroller. After executing the cat command, we can print the C source file. Then we are going to copy and paste this C source file in Arduino IDE tab, namely magicwine model.cpp. Then after dumping this magicwine C++ code into Arduino BLE33 Sense, we can see our application running in real time. Thank you. Finally, references. Tiny Machine Learning courses in EDX by Professor Vijay Reddy. Most of the content is followed these lectures only. There are 3 TinyML courses. The 3 are very wonderful, very attractive, and we have TinyML book by Pete Warden. This book is also very good, nice to follow. Then the collab file link also given in references. I put this PPT in the video description. You can find there. Okay, thank you. If you want know more about IoT, machine learning, deep learning and TinyML, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.